Hi everyone and welcome to Leah's Cross Stitch Corner. This is FlossTube number, I've already forgotten, 43 I think. Pretty sure it's 43. I just checked. I was like, I'll have a look, I'll make sure I know, and then I'll go. And I've already forgotten. How high am I, by the way? I think I'm sitting higher, but I think I am sitting on my chair, so who even knows? Anyway, how you doing? How is everyone? It is that time of year. I guess it is, because it's kind of a mid-year whip parade anyway, because I'm showing all my whips off anyway. Yeah, let's roll with it. It's a mid-year whip parade. It's not. It's just a normal whip parade. But I only have 4 projects, so, you know, it's not exactly surprising, is it? Let me get my book up. How's everybody doing? Are you all okay? I must admit, not many people watched my last video. I think there's only a few people who like the magazine videos. So they always get less views than my whip parades anyway. But then I just wonder if people don't really like the additional stuff that I provide. You know, the life updates, talking about if it's Taylor Swift or my Slimming World journey or just anything. This week it's going to be books and 1 year as a FlossTuber. I'm not sure if that's what people want. Maybe they just want cross-stitch content and that's all they want to see. Excuse me, but I kind of want to provide a bit more than that. To be honest, I don't have a lot to cover. Like, I don't have a lot to fill a full hour and a half of just cross-stitch. But I also quite like sharing the life stuff. I feel like it, you know, it helps to understand why I don't cross-stitch as much. And I don't know, just, you know, you're not just watching me share cross-stitch all of the time. But I don't know, who knows? I've kind of like stuttered at like 700 subbies. That seems to be the level that I'm at now. 700 and between 710 and 715. Doesn't seem to go above that at the minute. So maybe that's just where I am. That's the kind of FlossTuber I'll be. I'll just be this close forever. Apologies if you can hear that. We've got a neighbour at Diagonal. She's so loud. She has a voice that just carries, and she's just sneezing all over the place. So yeah, maybe I'm just not meant to ever be monetized, which is fine. I don't mind. I'll discuss that a little bit later on my reflection of being a FlossTuber for 1 year. But we'll talk about it then. We'll talk about it then, because it's whip parade time. And do you know what? I actually have some SAFs, some starts and finishes, and they've been FFO'd. Finally finished object. So, I know. Now, I'm not meant to have had any starts. We know this. It's something I go on and on about. But I've been managing to find a little bit of time at work during breaks to stitch again, which is lovely. So, I've decided they're going to be tiny, small projects, like so small, like nothing that I want to get stressed out about, just something that I can just stitch. I might not show progress until they're finished. I don't have to bring them up and down and up and down. Like I say, they're going to be small, so hopefully I'm going to get at least one finish now every month to show off, which will be nice. So, first up, trusty board it's 2. I've done 2, if I didn't already say that. I've done 2. So, a little while ago, I bought these Cozy Stitching Company star sign patterns. Maisie from Cozy Stitching Co. is lovely. I think she's on maternity leave at the moment. The website's still up. Last I heard, she was just about to have a baby. This was in February, and she hasn't been on Instagram since that I've seen anyway. But I bought these before she went. I don't know if she's still fulfilling orders. I can only assume so because the website is still up. So I got these, and she was telling me about them because I'd bought some of our previous ones. And she was like, they're probably too simple for me. Because I do like a more complex pattern. But you know what? I also like something simple. I do like something that's a little bit, you know... It's Tesco's here. I can hear it coming. It's got a certain sound to it. And I was like, actually, I sometimes like a more simpler pattern. I like something that I can finish really, really quickly. And I finished 2 of these in 1 day. So that's how quick they are. Sorry, I've got an itchy knee. So, I'll try to think what to do there. So, here's the first one. Ooh, crikey. So this is a Taurus. I got 2 of the same design, basically. So she did all of the star signs exactly like this, very similar, but you get the different ones for the different star signs. This is the one, obviously, for Taurus, because I am a Taurus. And just look at it, it's very simple. Not even more than 100 stitches, a little bit of back stitch, maybe just over 100 stitches, not, you know, between 100 and 150 really, let's be honest. Very, very simple, not a lot to them, but really nice and effective. I really like them. So this was mine. And then there was another colourway. And this is Graham's. Now, actually, initially I preferred my one with the multicolour data, but the more I look at this one and how it pops, this is like the night sky. This looks exactly like the night sky when you look at it. You know, when it's really dark and it's inky black and that, you know, the stars just pop. So that one's Graham's. And let me see if I can. I might not be able to hold them both, to be honest. I'll just hold them kind of like that. So there's both of them together. They're exactly the same. There's absolutely no difference to them. They're exactly the same. And in fact, yeah, it's not too bad. You can actually see them if I just hold them up like that. Fantastic. They're just lovely. Super simple. Finished at the back, just like that. And just like that. In the hoops that they came in. 5-inch hoops, I believe it is. And just really, really effective. Obviously, you can see some of my like back stitch until I cover it up. Like where I've jumped for the threads. I'm a jumper. I do jump, I'll be honest. So I started and finished these on the 5th of July. FF4'd them on the 5th of July. As you can tell, I was on a bit of a roll. And they look really nice. They go up there on the wall. The hoop wall, if you will, with all the books. I'm impressed with them. That's what I wanted. I didn't want anything massively complicated. I didn't want anything that took loads and loads of time. I'm very conscious of how high I am to the camera. I'm like, I don't know why. I should take a pillow out, maybe. Maybe I should actually do that. 2 seconds. There, that's better. I feel a little bit more comfortable now. Not as comfortable on the chair, but I feel more comfortable in the camera. So yeah, I really enjoyed them. 100% would recommend them. She puts the kits together. It's just one colour thread, to be honest, which you can purchase. Or you can get the PDFs. Entirely up to you, but I quite like them. It's not about the complexity of patterns sometimes. It's about what you do with them. You can have the most complex pattern in the world, but like if it doesn't look good, then, you know, it's not going to look good. I personally am not a huge fan of photographs that people convert into cross stitches. I think just because you can convert something, and I'm talking about like sometimes there is actual people who convert photos and they look really good because they do actually do the amendments to them, but then some people just run it through a pattern generator and just go with it. It kind of needs a little bit more care than that when it's a picture, especially like a black and white picture. Sometimes it comes out with these like crazy colours, like it asks you to put red in, for example, and I'm gonna yawn. Oh, I am knackered. I woke up feeling like I could have slept for another 9 hours. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not a big fan of personally of photos turning into cross stitches. You know, you're never going to better the photo is the way I personally see it. But it's all about what people like to stitch. I prefer just to stitch like the stuff that I do stitch. Very helpful, I know. I don't like hyper real stuff. I don't want it to look real, so to speak. That's just my opinion though. By the way, have you noticed the new background? So Graham watches Ralphie. He's a whiskey reviewer and he changes his coat every year. Oh gosh, give me one of those days. It truly is. And so Graham was like, we'll just change the canvas. So we have the Terminator canvas up now because it's the only thing we could really change. I wear different t-shirts every single time. I'm not going to go out and buy a coat. I'm not that mad. Well, don't tell anyone. But we do only have a few canvases, so we'll have to start repeating. But I just thought it was nice. So yeah, I'll just move out the way so you can see it. That's a Terminator canvas. And any noise you can hear, I apologise, Tesco's unpacking. And then there's, like I say, they're doing gardening over there, so just having a loud conversation. Life, things you can count on. Life, death, taxes, somebody making noise when Lee's trying to film. Tesco I understand. Graham was waiting for it, so I did start before Tesco would be. Normally I wait. But like, you know, you can guarantee if there's somebody working on the car up there, or there's somebody making noise down there, or there's them gardening over there. It's just a fact of life. An absolute fact of life. So there's 2 little SAFs and FFOs. I kind of snuck them in, I'll be honest, didn't I, really? They weren't really going to be there until I was like, I was just sat on, I'm just trying to put the blanket on, by the way, I'm not being rude. I was just sat on Friday and I was like, I'm sick of just sitting scrolling on my phone during breaks and stuff. I like to catch up, but like, there's only so many times you can refresh Facebook until you're just getting the same content all over again, and it just doesn't work. So, oh god, I'm stuck. I must have been magnetised. So I was like, look, I've got these little projects, I'm just going to get stuck into them. So I've started another one, and it's the Geeky Stitching Company box. I can't remember which box it is, but it's not the box. God. She does the box, and then she does these little mini 3-inch mini kits. I've started one of the little 3-inch mini kits. I don't know what month it's from. I'll have to go back and check my order history, I believe, to see that. But, very handy. Can't wait to... You'll see it next time, because it should hopefully be finished. We'll see. Just checking that I'd actually shown that. So, let's get started on the whips. As usual, I haven't gotten them all pulled off of the Q-snaps or anything. Why are you under there? Get on there. Oh, so I'll just do that now. I am not very organised. You all know that. You know, it provides a little bit of extra, I don't know, zhuzh when I'm filming, I guess. Just to, you know, be a bit chaotic and stuff. So, I'm going to put them over there. I don't know if I've dropped it on the floor. I don't know if I've mentioned this. These hair clips are fantastic for rolling up excess fabric and then just sticking the clip on. Yeah, I struggle a lot with fabric being in the way. It bugs me. So these are fantastic. Just a little bulldog clip. I usually use them for my hair. I do have one for my hair. But Jackie gave me these spare ones. And I'm really loving the one I'm using in my hair at the minute. So I was like, do you know what? These will do for putting on my fabric. I want to get some more. But highly recommend them. Probably get them on Amazon, I'm sure. By the way, I remember the days when you could go to the local market. So, like, we used to live in Stanley, and there was a market there on a Thursday, I think, and then a Saturday. And as we were, like, kids, we'd go up there, and there was, like, stalls selling all these little, tiny little clips. And I used to buy tons of them, like £5 for £1 or something. Probably can't get them now, or if you can, they're really expensive. So, Maiden of Tubbataha time. So I'm going to drag it down as best I can. And just bring that up. She doesn't actually... Oh, she does. Hold on a minute. I know how to fit her on the board. Do you remember I figured that out last time and then promptly forgot, apparently. Oh my god. If I had brains, by God, I would be dangerous. So... Maiden of Tubbataha by Bella Filipina Designs. I started this on the 1st of January. This is why New Year's start. This is on 32 count even weave opalescent called Atlantis from Stitch Designs. And I still haven't got another page finished, but get a look at that. In fact, if I raise her up slightly, I should be able to just rest her there. Ish. She doesn't really fit without me dragging her back. So, how can I do this? That's all been done for ages now. So let's just bring that up so you can see what I've been working on. Now you can see I'm working on the bottom. And just look at her. She's stunning. I'll bring her back. Oh. I only stitch on her on a Sunday. I don't always stitch on it on a Sunday. Sometimes I'll have a break. If I feel like I'm not going to stitch a lot, or if I'm going to read in the evening, I'll not stitch on her, because I take me time with her. She takes ages. I don't get masses of progress the way I do on any others because I like to take my time. So since the last WIP Parade, I've done this over here. I finished the coral over here. And I think I've done a bit down here as well. It's hard to remember where I was a month ago. But like, I've made loads of progress. Like, you can see the holes, that's where all the beads are going to go. I've not done any back stitching. Next time I think I'll backstitch as I go when I do my next Bella Filipina. But for now, I just want to get the stitching done first. So I've done 2 full pages up here. That was 2 full pages. There's 2 more pages to do up here to do our body. And then I'm working on these 2 pages down the bottom. I'd say I've completed at least a page. Not that you could see it, because it's parts and parts of 2 pages. But I'd say I've probably done a page. She comes just further down here now. Fill in this, obviously, the little bit here. And then she's done for down, and I have to go back up. There is another bit here. Something that comes out. But I think I'm just going to best guess it rather than count it and just stick it kind of wherever. Just do a best guess rather than, like, stress myself out trying to count the holes because it's difficult. But look! She is magnificent. She's magnificent. I honestly... She's going to be huge. Like, this is the size of my board that she covers at the minute. My board ends here, so there's only a little bit of gap, which is going to be filled up anyway. And then the top, she's like literally right at the top. But don't worry, I do have fabric to come up. She's going to fit. Dear God, I hope she's going to fit. But look, the fabric is stunning. I absolutely love it. Do you know, I'm going to share this, but not share the name of the person who I've asked. Graham got me a couple of Bella Filipinas for my birthday that you saw. And I asked someone if they could do me a colourway for one of them, because I didn't want to pay the $70 plus $50 postage. I don't mind paying the $70 for the fabric. I mind paying the $50 for postage that's international economic. So it was going to be like, even to get proper tracked postage, it was going to be like $70 or $80 anyway. From the actual one that's recommended, which was Fiberlicious Yummy Fibres, which is stunning. And to be honest, it might just get to the point where I'm like, do you know what? I haven't spent a lot on cross stitch. I will just get that fabric so I can do this stitch, because that's the fabric I want to use. Anyway, moving on. I reached out to someone in the UK who dyes fabrics. The first person I reached out to said they were too busy, so I was like, that's fine, that's fair enough. And the next one I reached out to said they were dyeing something up that week and they were going to get back to me. So I left it. And they said they were going to email me some pictures. Then 2 weeks passes and I'm like talking to Graham about it. I'm like, you know, do I chase it? Do I just leave it? Do I just count it as a loss and just take it on the chin? Because they just didn't get back to me. Maybe that's just kind of like how they are. Which again is fine, but it's not great. So I emailed again just to ask. You know, sorry to bother you, but... And then they responded again to say they hadn't got round to dyeing the fabric, but they were going to do it that week. And I was like, okie dokie, that's fine. And long story short, it's been another fortnight or so. They haven't gotten back in touch with me. I'm just going to leave it. I won't say who it is. I'm not going to say who it is. If they watch my channel, they would know. But it's so disappointing. I just like the customer service sometimes, and I know these are small businesses run by like one person, you know, but like you've got to keep on top of stuff like this. If somebody emailed me, right, and I had a small business, I would write down what they wanted and when I was expected to get it for them. I'd then put a note in my phone to chase myself, to tell myself, have I done it yet? And I hate bad customer service. I've always worked in customer service. I've always worked in a customer facing job. It's what I do now. I'm a complaints officer. You know, I have a very high moral standard for when it comes to treating people correctly and fairly, and it kind of puts me off using you. And who cares? They probably sell lots of fabrics anyway, so they don't need my money. But like, it's poor. It's very, very poor. Hopefully they will come back to me. Maybe it's just a severe delay, but like, I would like that they would at least let me know. Oh, sorry, Leah. You know, we've been really busy with X, Y, or Z. Just a little bit of communication goes a long way sometimes, I think. That's my rant for today. It's disappointing more than anything. I'm not bothered. You know, it's not going to be exactly the same fabric, which is what I want, somebody who can dye it exactly how it is. So I might just have to start a little pot, putting money in each week, each month, say £20 a month, until I get the amount required to get that fabric, and then I'll just buy it and just consider it. I'll still be fuming, I'll be honest. It's a lot of money to get a fabric here. I can't imagine the postage is that dear, I'll be honest. I know it is. I've sent stuff to America. Me and Katie send stuff to each other, and it is expensive. But, like, Katie sent me something that had a $20 on, which is probably the weight of this fabric. So I don't know how they're sending it. That somehow adds $30 to it, which isn't even, that's just for the international economic, like I said. The actual tracked one was like $70 maybe or something. I could be wrong. I might have to double check that. And I'm not complaining. I don't mind paying for the postage. I think it's right that we should. Too many people offer free postage when they really shouldn't, you know. But maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just put some money aside so it doesn't feel like I'm pulling it out all in one go, but like I'm saving a little bit each month, because I'm not going to get this one finished this year anyway. I'm hoping to, but maybe not. At the rate I'm going, maybe not. So if I can just save up a little bit, even £10 a month, and then get that fabric, and maybe get another fabric just to like make it a little bit easier, like you know, maybe that's what I'll do. So yeah. There's more people outside. Oh my god. Our street used to be quiet. It used to be a really quiet street. And I don't know what's happened. It's just gone nuts. I miss the quiet. Next up is the Princess Birthday Stitch Along. Let's get it out. I haven't done masses on this one. I was going to focus on this one this month. And then I kind of didn't. I think I burnt myself out a little bit with it, almost, like just went a little bit too hard previously, which is not great. I should know better. Just gonna pull that down, but I do want to crack on with this one. I do want to see it complete so I can get on with the Arctic animal one as well that they've come out with, but also because I do want to see it finished. So I just need to get my bumming gear, let's be honest. So, sorry, I shouldn't really stick them back on, because I'm going to have to take them back off, but it'll help me when I come to put everything back together. So, let me just get this one situated. Yeah, I've done very little on this actually. That's a scrap, man. I'm very nosy. So I'd probably say I'm close to 50% on this one. If I can get a wriggle on and get this, the right side as I'm going to show it done, then I'll be 50% and be able to move up to the top. Oh, excuse me. Move up to the top half. So here's where I am with this one currently. Like I say, this side's all done. I've just been working on the dinosaur down here. I haven't done masses, to be honest. Like I say, I think I've only done a little bit around here. Can't remember what we were watching when I was stitching on this one last time, actually. But there I am. And then here's the wide view of where I am with it. Just me peeking out as per. So there we go. So like I say, if I can get this bit done, then I'll be able to move the Q snap up here and get the top bit done. The fabric's difficult to see. It's not that dark. It's not really a massively dark fabric. But like there's so much opal on the fabric that it is difficult to actually see when you're stitching. So it makes it a little bit trickier. So this was started on the 6th of January. And excuse me. And I did start this on 28 count picture this plus Valor Cashel linen, but we all know what happened there if you've been watching me regularly. If you haven't and you're new here, I started it in the wrong orientation. Long story short, So I restarted it on what I believe is 28 count Coffee Craft Fabrics, no name. She does fabric drops once a month, excuse me, on a Sunday, on Facebook, Coffee Craft Fabrics, and you just go, you just say, me please, what count fabric you want, opalescent or not, and this was one of the ones I got. So yeah, I think it pops really well, that one. I do want to put a bit of effort into this one, but I am working on another one which I'll discuss in a minute, a little bit more frequently. So I'm getting there. I only have 4 projects now, so I have the potential for a start if I want it, but I think I want to finish my Love Poppet Stitch Along first. Then I'll only have 3 projects, so I could technically start 2. But I'm going to be a good girl. I know. Next, put that there. The No Time Like the Present Stitch Along. This is the one I have been primarily working on at the minute. And I think I've made some pretty good progress on this one, actually. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know why I'm closing that. Just put that there. Because you know what I do when I finish filming? I go over to the bed and then I put them all back together again. It's the best way to do it. Just bear with me. I like Q-snaps, but they are, and you know, they do the job. They are quite tough. There we go. So, let's get this one situated. If I'd known I was changing jobs to a job that took up a lot more time and I didn't have my Wednesdays off anymore, I probably wouldn't have started this one this year. However, I already had. Well, actually, technically I started this on the 14th of February, so I should have known better because I had started my new job by then. Never mind. So this is the No Time Like the Present Stitch Along by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I am officially 20% done with this one. Haha. It looks so much better on camera, like when you can see the full thing, when I'm like looking at it. It looks amazing. Oh, it's gorgeous. So as you can see, I'm obviously just working pretty much along here. Like that's as far as I'm going up, and then I'm going to move up. But I have reached the end. I have reached the end of this bad boy. So as you can see, I'm just coming back, and it's just a mirror of this one here. So that's what's going to be there, another squirrel. And I've officially reached the end, so I know how long it's how long it's gonna be. Yeah, I was right. It's stunning. The use of the negative space. Like, look at them, the flowers and stuff, and like the deer. How like they've like, you know, done it so you can see its legs and stuff, and even on the squirrel as well. The use of the negative space, I am a huge fan of people who use negative space. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's so clever. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I'm officially 20% in. I'm just trying to see if it matches. It didn't look like it matched on the thing, but I think it has. 20%. I was actually... It's very, you have to do a lot of stitching to get 20%. I've done, I should have written it down. I've done over 7,000 stitches, which tracks because it's 35k and I'm a fifth into it. A fifth sounds much better than 20%, by the way, because like, oh, a fifth, that's a lot. It takes a lot of stitches to get a percentage point. And I try every time I stitch on it to get a percentage point, but it's not possible. Like, yesterday, I got a 1.5%. I did 700 stitches on it. So, you know, it's not like it's an easy one to get to 20%. Like, 20% feels like a huge, massive, like, amount. And I'm officially a fifth. I'm officially a fifth with it. I'm very happy with myself. I was really trying hard because I saw I was, like, at 15%. And do you know what? I was like, this week, I was like, I'm going to work really hard on this one. Prioritise this one a little bit and get to that 20%. You know, to do 20% in March, April, May, June, July, 5 months... is impressive. I think that means it's not going to be finished this year unless I really, really work hard at it. But then I worry about burning out on it. So I want to be careful with it, but I'm just going to show you it one more time because, oh god, my book keeps sticking because it's magnetic. But look. That's so lovely. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Like 20% in, I've said, so to get finished I have to do another 80%. That's a lot. So there's only August, September, October, November, December, 5 months left. Like 18% a month if I wanted to finish it this year. That's a lot. That'd be a huge effort. That'd be like doing the 20% I've already done, so that's like 7k stitches. I'm not even sure if I do 7k stitches a month at the minute, so I think we know it's not gonna happen. But I love it. I go back and forward where sometimes I don't fancy stitching on something and then I start stitching on it and I'm like, oh, actually I really enjoy this. And that's what happened with this one. I kept not picking it up, and then I picked it up and I was like, oh, actually I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the motion of just having the two colours. I'm enjoying watching the little bits come together, and it's so good. It's really clever. I do really enjoy it. So I'm quite happy with myself on that one. I think 20% is really, really good. I'm not going to aim for anything. The asking group at Simworld, how much do you want to lose this month? Like this week, like ready for next week. And like I don't want to put a target on myself for how much I want to stitch on this one this month. But if I can make a little bit of progress, then I'll be happy. Next up, I love this one. This is one of my favourite stitches at the minute. Yeet that over there. Out you come. I haven't actually finished part 3, so I need to get a wiggle on. I'm only about 100 stitches out, to be fair. I didn't want to, what it was, I've got 100 stitches left to do on this one, part 3 anyway, and I didn't want to just, hang on a sec, just chuck them over there. I didn't want to do the 100 stitches then move on to another project. I did want to, I was like, I'll just leave it till part 4 comes out and then I'll just get stuck into it that way. Oh, me tapes. This is a lovely little project. It shouldn't take me too long to finish this one, to be honest. So this is the Love Poppet Stitch Along. The Dreaming of Summer Stitch Along, I should say. And here it is. Now I think in my last WIP Parade I hadn't done too much on this one at all. So look at the progress on this one. I'll bring it closer. Looks tiny compared to all the other ones I'm doing, which is what I want. I do like something where you can see masses of progress. This is stunning. This is so beautiful to stitch. Like, sometimes you just pick up a project and it's blissful to stitch. The fabric colour is lovely. I like that it's like that beigey off-white colour. It works really well. The colours really pop. The design is magnificent. Like, I cannot recommend this stitch along enough. It goes up. You can purchase it again from, I believe, the 11th of July. So you should be able to get it. You should be able to get it now. She says hopefully. It is sometime in July. I know that definitively. So here it is. So part 1 was these flowers at the top. Part 2 was the house. Part 3 is here. Part 4's come out and it's here. And then part 5 just goes over the top. And I started this on the 18th of May. And I've more or less kept up. Part 4's come out and part 5 comes out next week. But I think I'm just going to wait now for part 5 to come out and then just crack this one off. And I mean that nicely. I don't mean that in a I'm sick of it way. I absolutely love stitching on this. I've made a slight boo-boo somewhere down here. But I've fudged it. It's fine. It's all good. It's stunning. Claire is really, really talented. She's a really good designer. I'm really impressed with this work. I love this one. This is probably one of my favourite stitch-alongs I've ever done. And I do have some others of hers to stitch, so I will be stitching them soon. And hopefully she'll do another stitch-along. I hope she does a Christmas one, to be honest. I would really like one. Yeah. It's lovely. I love it. The colours are stunning. Again, the use of the negative space. Can you tell I really like the use of negative space? I think it's really clever. So I love that one. Can't wait for it to be finished. So yeah, that's all of my whips. So you know what's coming next, right? Just gonna yeet my book over there. Time for Graham's whip. And he's thoughtfully taking it all out of its packet for me, because he's a good egg. Just gonna whip that over there as well. The morning now. I'm starving. Not that anybody asked. I'm starving. Come on. There we go. This definitely doesn't fit on my board. So Graham is doing the Chopping Mall by Witchy Stitcher, as you all know. You're all been following along with that. And he is this close to a stitch finish. This close. He's still got all the back stitching to do, which is fine. We're going to do that. But he's this close to having all the actual stitching done. And here it is. Oh, it's stunning. So I will move it up so you can see it properly, like see the bottom half as well. I should have done that first actually. But this is where he's been working at the moment. As you can remember, it was Ping Mall. Ping Mall. So now you can see he's obviously finished the way it now says Shopping Mall. He's finished all over that other side. All that's left, because I know you're probably wondering, is there's a man to go here and then like some clouds and stuff here. But then that is it. Just pull it out slightly. Just look at it, man. Like we were talking about it yesterday, and he was saying to me, you know, do you get attached to your cross stitch? Do you feel sad when it ends? And traditionally, no. But I will be sad when like the mermaid is finished. You know, I have enjoyed doing the mermaid. I have enjoyed how long it's taken. I have enjoyed the actual labour process with the mermaid. Just trying to move it up a bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. But like Graham has worked on this monogamously since October, November time last year. This is the only thing he's worked on. He hasn't had other projects. He hasn't had anything else. He doesn't get masses of stitching time, which we've already discussed in a previous FlossTube. But look at it. Just look at it. I'm so impressed with it. Lovely background of lawnmower music, isn't it? Really fantastic. There's always someone mowing in the summertime. You can guarantee there's always somebody mowing when it's like the spring summertime. Ah, utterly stunning. I am so impressed with it. I hope you all are too. I hope you all love it. It's just amazing. So you see, I don't have the official date he started it. I am going to get him to start writing this stuff down. But like, it hasn't even been a year. It'll be done within the year for sure. The backstitching isn't going to take that long. But like, I'm just so impressed. Like, if you look as well, the entire top of this is all full coverage. They're a little bit simpler to do because they're not. But like the back and the very, very bottom, like proper full coverage. Especially this top here, this roof. And yet look at it. He's done such a stunning job. And he's such a neat stitcher as well. It's going to look so good. So good. Obviously, it needs an iron. Obviously, you know, any fabric's going to get wrinkled when you're working on it. But he's done such a good job with it. It looks absolutely incredible. The detail in it is amazing. I cannot wait to see it finished. I truly cannot wait. He's so talented. He's so good. Come on, off he's come. So that's it. There are our whips. Whips all done. Just gonna put that over there. Because we're done with that. So let's get through the purchases. Just put them over there for now. So obviously we went to Scotland, didn't we? So I put on the cross stitch friends in the UK group. I was asking if anybody knew of anywhere where I could buy some cross stitch, because hello. not in that way. You know, I'm not one of them who says, oh, where can I find a cross stitch shop in Scarborough or wherever we're going. I'll just look. But I know that you can. I've seen people where they've been, oh, I've been in Edinburgh and I've got this Highland cow cross stitch. So that's what I was looking for. Turns out it was just in the gift shops. So I got this wee Highland coo. I'll be taking that upstairs. That'll be a perfect little mini stitch. I can't remember how much this one cost. It hasn't got a price on it. I mean, it looks like a really old kind of packet, but I don't care. My wee Highland coo. I got a Nessie bookmark. This was $9.99, as you can see from the price. And I got a Highland coo bookmark as well. Again, I think all three of them will go upstairs as little mini projects. I was so impressed. I didn't mind, you know, it's quite expensive for like a little bookmark kit, but I'm not bothered. I think it probably is the retail price anyway for them. So I got those. They're the only stuff I got from when we were away, because like there isn't any cross stitch shops. There is, I'm being dramatic. But, you know, in specific places. I think there's one in Perth in Scotland, I think that's where Pain Free Crafts are. I know there's one on the Isle of Wight. Cornwall, Emma Louise has one in Cornwall. So there is some, but there's not masses. I got my Fabric of the Month Club from Lakeside Needlecraft, and this one it's stunning. You might not see it as well on the camera. Oleander. And just like, look at that like slight marble effect. It is opalescent, not that you can see, but it is an opalescent fabric. Really like that. I don't get as many of these because they don't always like appeal to me. And I have a lot of fabric anyway, so I kind of want to be a little bit careful, she says. I'm just going to put them separately because I've got like different things from different people, so... I got recently the new Fabulous House series. This is the House Barn. Quite like that. I like the flying cow. Well, they're not really flying cows, but they are like up. They are quite high at the barn. I quite like them. And I put a Caterpillar cross stitch order in because I wanted the new Stitch Along Witchy Wear. I don't have masses of Halloween projects. I would like to have done the Historical Sampler Company one that's coming out. It looks quite nice, but I don't have the time to do it, and that's all I'll say. It looks really nice. I'm still a little bit squiffy on the fact that they offered me one of the ones that they done last time, the Emma Congdon one, then just didn't bother. So it kind of just put a little bit of a sour taste. I don't mind buying things from them, you know, but like, again, with the whole people say one thing and then do another. Not a fan of that. So, I went for the Witchy Wear one. I quite like the look of the street and grey and went, ooh, that looks nice. So I was like, fine, okay, I'll get it. So I got the 32 count even weave one. I haven't done a Caterpillar cross stitch for ages. I want to start the North American stitch along at some point, but I don't want masses of big projects on the go. So yeah, so I got that. I got the needle minder as well because it's a glow in the dark ghost. So he does glow in the dark. If you light him all up and then put some darkness in, he will glow. And then I got the stitcher arms. This goes as part of the shops and... oh, excuse me. Shops and... They did that series of shops and houses like the cabin, the gingerbread house and stuff. So that goes as part of that series. So that's why I got that one. And then I got a very nice surprise. I'm surprised they didn't do a pub needle minder actually. Kind of seems like it's right there and they just decided not to. I got a Lover project, a Taylor Swift Stitching Swiftly project bag. Now if you remember the kerfuffle with the last one, it came with a highlighter mark on. I didn't expect this, nobody said it was coming, it just came. So I don't know if they watch my videos, I doubt it. Or if they just remembered that I don't really know. But I'm very grateful for that. It's really nice, I'm glad they sent that. I didn't, like I say, I didn't ask for it. That is what I wanted originally. But like, you know, they decided that, you know, they couldn't really do that. But I got another one, so thank you Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I can admit, you know, I can be grateful where grateful is, and I'm glad and very appreciative that they sent it. Tell you what, put them there because you can go upstairs. I then put in a Bothy Threads order. So Bothy Threads released their new Christmas collection. And I didn't order from Bothy Threads. Bothy Threads are really expensive. They're expensive anyway. And on their website, they're really expensive. And yet, if you go buy from somewhere else, I bought from Very Crafty, you usually get a really significant discount. So, I don't understand why Bothy Threads sell them so expensively if they can sell them cheaper. It's the whole thing. I was talking about this with Graham yesterday. Domino's pizza is $24.99, but you can always get deals for it. Why don't they just sell it at a price that is reasonable and take the deals off and stop charging ridiculous amounts? Same with Bothy Threads. Why are you charging RRP for your kits that you're then selling at discount to retailers who can sell for a discount? I don't really understand it. Unless the retailers are taking a loss, but I kind of don't think so. So, I don't know. What do I know? So I got this needle minder. This wasn't from the Christmas collection. This was just because I really like this needle minder. Are you gonna focus on it? Hello? Ah, there we go. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. This is the Imagine needle minder. It's adorable. And I got this kit from the Christmas collection. A Festive Flourish. Now, Summer loves pheasants, so I'm going to stitch this for Summer. Summer loves pheasants. I like it. I then got, because I thought it was really eye-catching, the Winter Wolf, which is the Menagerie Mystique. I just thought it was really eye-catching. I like the colours. I really wanted to do one of these menagerie kits. I just think it's really nice. It's really striking. And then, you might not be surprised, but the last one I got was this one. Not from the Christmas collection. The Menagerie Imagine. He's stunning. Just look at the colours. The fabric is lovely. Look at the colours on him. I can't wait to stitch him. I'm going to have to wait, because these are big projects. So I'd have to finish one of my other big projects. But small ones are fine. Where have I just put that needle minder? I must put it down there. So if I've got any small projects, I can do them. So I'll show you these, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Oh yeah, you can. So I bought 2 little kits from Geeky Stitching Company. I haven't bought from them in a while, but I really like these 2. So, I can't remember which one. One was the June Club box. It says kit only, so it must have been that one. There's the June Club box. And it's I Stitch Past My Bedtime. I don't, because I start wobbling if I stay up any longer than needs be. I think that's why I was so tired last night, because you've been watching the Euros. But, if I could, I would. And I got this one as well. I read past my bedtime. They're very similar, they're just 2 different versions of the same thing. But I got the kits for them. What do you get? Oh no, it's 2 different colours, ignore me. Right, put them back in where they need to go. Did that hoop come out of there? Did you? You must have. I'm just not even remembering what the heck I'm doing here. Just got like a pile of rubbish gathering here. Tell you what. There we go. Coffee Craft Fabrics had a fabric drop in June, so I got 2 fabrics. It feels really heavy, that one. So I got this one here. That's stunning. It's real. a lot heavier than this one, although maybe I'm just being dramatic. And I got this one here. And I have one on pre-order which hasn't come yet. I don't know why she doesn't just send them all together, which would be simpler and cheaper for her, but I really like that one. And then lastly, plastic little covers had, oh gosh, I've got stuff here as well. Oh yeah, just thank you notes. Plastic little covers does these little subscription boxes. It's got Furbies on. I have to keep that, I like that. She just started doing them in June actually, and they spoke to my 90s baby heart. Now, I don't know if there's any finished versions of them to actually show you. There's not, there's just the patterns. So there's a Tamagotchi, a Polly Pocket, and a Furby. And I think they may be upstairs stitches because they're going to be nice and small. So we got the Pocket Toy and Pocket Pet fabrics, but not the fabric for the Furby. So the Furby was just an additional pattern. Got the 2 bits of fabric, just 14 count Ada. And that was quite nice. She did one, she has done one for July, which didn't speak to me as much, so I haven't gone for that one. And I also got, because I'm reading at the moment, this bookmark kit. I think I'm showing you the pattern. Pretend I didn't do that. It says, don't judge a book by its movie. I apologise, I didn't mean to show that pattern. But you got a brief glimpse of it. If anybody wants to try and take a screenshot and do it, go for it. But it's not going to work. And you get the proper Ada with the scalloped edges. I can't wait to make it. I have really wanted a bookmark kit for ages and ages. And now I've got 2. Because I've got that Nessie one, I've got 3. And the cow one as well. So, I can't wait. Can't wait to stitch it. That might be my next little stitch, you know. That might be my next start to try and get it done. I don't know how I'm going to put it in the Q-snap though. How in the world do you stitch a bookmark? I have no idea. But we'll see. We'll see. So plans, I don't have any plans. Don't have any plans. I just want to keep on going with what I'm doing. I'm happy to have some little stitches back, which is going to be nice. But no definitive plans, no concrete plans. Kate Blanford is releasing a booty box soon. I can't remember what date it's meant to be. It might be after this video has gone up. I'm not sure. I can't wait. I'm going to get it. There isn't a pattern in, which is really disappointing because I love her patterns. So that's why it's disappointing, because I love her patterns. But I'm so excited that there's going to be a booty box. I will be putting an alarm on so I can get it. I can't wait because she always does good stuff. So I have no plans. My plan is I have no plans. So let's just catch up on some little bits and pieces. Let's talk about me being a FlossTuber for a year first. So obviously a year's gone past since I've been a FlossTuber. It's been interesting, let's be honest. Like I say, you know, I wish I could get more subscribers. I wish I knew what people would prefer to see. Is it the fact that I don't edit the videos? Is it the fact that, you know, I do talk a lot about life and stuff like that? I don't know. Nobody ever leaves any other comments to say anything otherwise, so I'm not really sure on that. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing to the best of my ability. And, you know, I feel like the people who do watch my videos on a regular basis like the life updates. Because, you know, I'm not some sanitized celebrity who only releases things that suit. I'm going to tell you if something's, you know, like with summer last week. I'm gonna keep you informed. 2 weeks ago, I should say. I like that personally. If I'm watching a video, I want someone to like let me into their life a little bit, not just share the cross stitch. I'm here for all of it personally. It's been a really interesting experience. I think doing 2 videos a month works better for me. I don't know what I'll do once I stop getting the World of Cross Stitching magazine. You know, it feels like a little bit of a delaying me Sunday. Like I could be out walking on a Sunday, but when I do the magazine flip throughs, for the views that it gets, it doesn't get masses of views. But I don't have the time or the mental effort to think of anything interesting to add. I don't have anything in the knowledge bank that I could just video or shoot instead, or as well as, you know, I just kind of just share the magazine, share my thoughts on it, and then just give you an update about what's going on in my life. And, you know, I'm happy with that. And there's people who watch it and do enjoy that. So, but I don't know what I'll do when I stop getting the World of Cross Stitching magazine, but that's not for at least another year, so we'll see. We'll see. But it has been interesting. It has been a really interesting experience. I've learnt a lot. Don't name people when you're talking about them. There has been something I wanted to discuss on my FlossTube channel, but I don't dare because the last person who discussed it got threatened with lawyers, so I'm not going to do that. I don't think they can, but I'm not going to bother. It's not worth me even attempting that. I don't have funds or anything to go after if anyone wants to come after me, so I'm just going to not. Which I think is wrong. I think it kind of like, you know, I kind of lose a little bit of my free speech with the ability that I'm not allowed to discuss it in case they threaten me. That kind of makes it worse, I'll be honest. I kind of saw when they were talking about it with somebody else and I was like side-eyeing because I was like, really? That's your response? Yeah, threaten a small business? But never mind. If you're on Instagram or Facebook and you follow the two companies that are involved, you know. But I'm not going to get into it. It's not worth me being sued. I mean, I have nothing. If you want to try and sue me, to be fair, go for it. Good luck to you. You do take me cross stitch. Although you not take me chest. My DMC chest is complete, by the way. I have bobbinated everything in the chest. Apart from the étoile threads, which I'll get to at some point, but I finished all the main threads of the main drawers, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, would I do things differently? Maybe. I don't know if I'd have started a FlossTube channel if I didn't have the Wednesday off. If I'd been full time, I never would have probably started it, to be honest. But never mind, you live and learn, and hopefully I'm going to try to maybe get me Wednesday back off again. Whether that means I work a little bit more the other days so I don't drop too many hours. We'll see. But I'm going to just get into the new year maybe and then go from there. We'll see. Okay, I just have not woken up this morning for some reason. So I wanted to share a little bit. I'll do some quick life updates and then I'll just share the next bit that I want to do, which Graham suggested this morning. I was like, yeah, already on it, handsome, already thought of it. So quick summer update. She's fine for now. There's nothing more to report as of yet. If there is, I will let you all know, but there's nothing to report as of yet. The antibiotics haven't done anything, which is an update in and of itself, but for now everything's okay. We will let you know. We have a family dog that she you know, lives with my mum. She had a stroke, which was tough, but she's okay. She's still okay. I'll keep you updated on that. It was quite upsetting. She's 13, and my mum just texted and she's like, you know, she thinks she had a stroke overnight. The vets have said to keep an eye on her, and then we'll see what next steps are. Obviously, if you've had a pet who's been 13, you'll know what the next steps would be. But she's perked up from what my mum's told me. They're keeping me informed. She doesn't like walking on the lino floor or the wooden floor, so they've had to put blankets down because it just confuses her. I don't know, she just mustn't like the touch of it. Something must have gone wrong while she had the stroke kind of thing. But she's okay. She's a little trooper, Duna. She's a good girl. And Slimming World, so trigger warning for weight loss. If you don't want to listen to that, just skip over. I gained a pound last time, like I said, and I had a 2.5 pound loss. Was it 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. That's right, I was just adding it up there. So we'll see what this week brings. I've been doing it for 4 weeks now. Oh, I have not woken up today, I swear. There's a cat over there. I'm just looking at it. I think it's the cat that goes next door to see Pedro. I've got my bronze award. I'll be getting my bronze award this week for movement. So I've done 4 weeks, 3 times a week of at least 15 minutes, and I'll be getting that. I'll have my first sticker. I might show it to you actually next time. I'm hoping by the time I film next time I'll have me half stone. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So I've lost £4.5 total, which I'm happy with. My goal is £5 a month. So if I get any more than that, I'm happy. If I don't get that, it's not the end of the world, as long as I'm still losing. So I'm happy. Oh, excuse me. So I want to share a little bit about what I've been reading, because I did mention it in my last FlossTube. So the first book I finished was it this year? Was it? No, I read The Surgeon first and a Kelly Taylor book, but I'm going to just share these romances. So this is The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood, and look at those sprayed edges. If you're a book lover, you'll like sprayed edges. I love them. I got this from The Works, by the way. I want a proof copy. She has a newsletter and she gave a proof copy away, which is an early copy before it gets released. I read that and I was like, I need a finished copy for my shelf, because, I mean, look at it. It's stunning. It's stunning and it's so much fun. I really enjoyed it. This was such a good book. It's all about Delphi. She chokes on a hamburger. Very relatable. And she dies, obviously. And she gets given 10 days to find the one who she meets when she goes to the afterlife, which is a laundry. It's like envisioned like a laundromat, like a dry cleaner kind of thing. And then she's got 10 days to try and find this man that she met briefly in the afterlife. Otherwise, you know, she'll be dead again, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Highly recommend it. And then recently I've been reading Abby Jimenez. So I read Just for the Summer first, which was about Justin and Emma. They both have a curse on them where every woman or man, in Emma's case, they date. They find the soulmate just after they break up. This was a fun romance set in Minnesota. I loved the characters. I thought it was fantastic. And then I found out that this was part of a series. So this is number 3. And I missed number 1 and number 2. But they're only loosely related. Though, you know, it does give some spoilers for the first book. So I went back and read Part of Your World, which was the first one. And this was Alexis and Daniel's story. Again, set in Minnesota, in Wakan, I think it's called. Let me have a look. It should tell me. Let me see. It should be... maybe not. I'm sure it was called Wakan. It's a fictional village. Yeah, I think it was fictional. But I really enjoyed that one too. And I've gone on to the second novel now, which I'm currently reading, which is Yours Truly, which I don't have here because I'm currently reading it. So they were really good. Really, really good. I really enjoyed them. I couldn't recommend them highly enough. Start with this one. Don't do what I did, but start with this one and read them in order. I'm also reading on the Kindle. I'm reading 2 novels. What a world. I'm reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Now this is a very viral BookTok-y type book. I'm not on BookTok, by the way, but I'm on a couple of Facebook groups that talk about it. And when a book like that goes kind of viral, or she's like a really viral author, people will hear about it. And, you know, that's how I've heard about it. Everybody goes on about this Housemaid series like you wouldn't believe, like gangbusters. So I got a free trial on Kindle Unlimited for 3 months, which was nice. And that was the first book I chose to read. So I'm currently reading it. I'm quite fascinated by it. I'm about 40% in. I try and get a little 5-10 minutes here and there every day just to progress it a little bit. And I'm really enjoying it. It's crazy. So it's about a housemaid, as you might expect. She goes to work for this wealthy family who, I mean, the woman's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I don't really know what else is going to happen because I didn't read the blurb. I just got stuck in. Ooh. I was just like, nah, I don't want to hear any spoilers. I don't want to get any spoilers or anything, so I'm going to get into it. I'm reading it on Graham's Kindle, which is nearly as old as he is. It's like 6 years old. And he's 37, just FYI. It's really slow. And so hopefully it's Prime Day coming up. So I'm going to see if I can maybe get a new Kindle. Maybe. We shall see. And he's got a passcode on it, right? And I completely take the mick out of him every single time when he talks about when I go in and there's a passcode on. And I'm like, so if somebody steals the Kindle, you don't want them to be literate. You don't want them to get the gift of reading. What it's actually for is if somebody does steal it, the chances of that happening are infinitesimal. Very, 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 very small. You know, nobody's going to come in and rob a 6-year-old Kindle that you'll not even get 10 quid for. But who knows? But he's done it so they can't sell it, which makes obvious sense. But that doesn't mean I don't still take the mickey out of him. I'm a terrible fiancé. Eh, God. He had a nightmare day the other night. We were coming to bed and he just yeeted Summer's bowl off the bench. Just for no reason. Just his normal chaotic self. And the bowl went clattering down and half of her biscuits fell out. If she'd been with us, she would have been quids in, I'm telling you. Eh, but he's so chaotic, honestly. So yeah, I just want to share what I'm reading actually, and I'll continue to do that. Probably in my WIP parades. Because I don't read that quick. So I think once a month update on the reads is probably a good idea. We've been watching the football. England scrape through. I can't say I'm bothered. I think they're probably going to win it, which is dreadful because they're playing so defensively. Like, they've got to go a goal behind before Gareth Southgate will actually do anything. He keeps playing the same team. You know, Cole Palmer is right there. Anthony Gordon is right there. Ollie Watkins is right there. But instead, he persists with playing Foden in the wrong place. I don't get any joy out of the Euros. I don't massively support England. I know that's dreadful. I'll probably be kicked out of the country for it. They don't play good football. I like the teams that play good football and, you know, progressive football. He plays reactive football, not proactive football. That's what the commentator said yesterday, and it's completely true. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Man United play like that sometimes, where they've got to go a goal or two behind before they start playing. It drives me nuts. So I don't want that from the national team. So they need to book their ideas up. They're playing Netherlands next. By the time this video goes up, they'll have the final have even happened, to be fair. I'm filming this quite a while in advance. It's my mum's birthday on the 12th of July, and I would normally film on the 13th of July. But I want to go for a walk then. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be busy 2 days so I don't get a walk in. So I'm actually filming this. It's the 8th? 6th? 6th. It's the 6th of July today. So it'll all be done by the time this video actually goes up. So, you know, I could be ranting about something and we've actually come out and played worldy football. I doubt it, though. And then France plays Spain in the other one. And then whoever wins those plays each other. Whoever loses those also plays each other for the third place playoff. But we'll discuss that in the next one. We'll talk about whatever's happened and who's won. We'll be watching tennis as well. Djokovic is doing quite well. That's about it. We're watching Prison Break. We're on season 3. So I said to Graham, I only watched 2 seasons of Prison Break and then ended up giving up on it. And I remembered vividly the first episode of that season where, I'll not tell you what happened because I don't want to spoil it, even though it's a 20-year-old show. But then we started watching season 3, I've been like, I actually have seen this. So it must have been the start of season 4 that I gave up on. But who knows? It might be that I start watching season 4 and I'm like, oh yeah, I did see this one too. But I don't think so. But I definitely saw season 3. It's so good. It is so good. It's one of those, like, it's really held up as well. Because, you know, I watched it originally, so did Graham, I assume. And we've watching it again now and it's just as good. So 100% recommend it. So that's us. That's me done. Hour and 10 minutes or so. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's not too bad. I've got me watch hours now, so it doesn't matter how long it is. I just need the subscribers to go along with it. I hope you all have a lovely fortnight. Like I say, it's my mum's birthday. It'll have passed by the time this video goes up, but we're having a Chinese. Little sneaky treat for Leah. I'll try and be good-ish, but I'm going to enjoy the Chinese for sure. I hope you all have a wonderful fortnight. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That might push it up in the algorithm so people might see it more. I'll try and do an exciting thumbnail. Did you like the thumbnail last time? I did. But please leave a comment down below and I'll respond to all comments. I always do. And if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please do. I have content going up every 2 weeks. It's always fun content. You're always going to get a little bit of everything within my videos. So you might as well. Don't worry about losing me when you could just subscribe and come and see me every fortnight. I am chaotic. So have a lovely weekend, everyone. A lovely fortnight, in fact. I'll see you all in a couple of weeks for a new magazine flip through, and let's see what else we can chat about. I'm sure I'll come up with something. I usually always do. Bye!